cannot reinvent yourself with the exact same mind that broke you in the first place. I am making this video because the entire self-help industry has lied to you about what self-love actually means. And this leaves millions trapped in exhausting cycles of toxic positivity. You've been told that healing yourselves means writing positive affirmations on post-it notes, repeating mantras in the mirror, and forcing yourself to be positive all the time. But why does your brain aggressively reject these thoughts the moment life gets hard? What if your current self sabotage, your relation anxiety, and your sudden bursts of unexplainable anger aren't personality flaws at all? They, in return, are highly sophisticated, frozen survival circuits written by your brain decades ago. Today, we are stopping the surface level coping mechanisms to look under the biological hood at how to physically rewrite your neural architecture. I didn't just stitch together a few trendy mindfulness quotes for this video today. I have been uploading one video every day since the past 3 weeks, and in these past couple of days, I was relentlessly digging through neuroscience literature, trauma processing studies, and developmental psychology frameworks to build clinical, zero nonsense blueprints for genuine transformation. Let's first look at the actual signs of why you're stuck. From a psychological and a neurobiological perspective, what we casually dismiss as emotional baggage, trauma, or the past is a tangible, physical reality sitting directly in your central nervous system. When we use the term inner child, we are not speaking in abstract, spiritual metaphors. We are describing preserved, isolated neural networks. These can be fragments of memories, intense emotions, and bodily sensations that were deeply encoded in the most formative developmental years. Did you know that the brain operates on a foundational Hebbian theory? Now, before you wonder what a Hebbian theory is, it is essentially a principle in neuroscience that explains how brain learns and forms memories. And what this explains is neurons that fire together wire together. If you experience repeated emotional invalidation or sudden neglect or conditional love within the age of 7 years, your highly receptive brain encoded these signals as permanent survival software. In his groundbreaking book, The Body Keeps the Score, Dr. Bessel van der Kolk demonstrates that trauma and emotional distress literally reshapes both your brain and your body. It bypasses your logical adult prefrontal cortex and locks your nervous system into chronic flight, fight, or freeze states. When an old wound is triggered, your amygdala, which is your brain's smoke detector, goes into hyperdrive, instantly taking your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that deals with logic, language, and willpower, completely offline. Harvard University's Center of Developing Child and Modern Trauma research shows that emotional threats are processed from the bottom up, which means the body feels the threat even before your conscious mind names it. Chanting a positive affirmation when your nervous system is completely drowning in cortisol spike is completely useless because your amygdala registers it as a cognitive lie, which ends up generating deep internal conflict. True healing and reinvention requires neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is basically your brain's lifelong ability to reorganize. Using your current adult consciousness to deliberately downregulate your nervous system from the bottom up and systematically proving your brain that your old primitive survival strategies like people pleasing, perfectionism, and emotional isolation are no longer required to keep you alive. Let's look at the step-by-step guide of how you can reinvent yourself. Step 1, the trigger audit. To dissolve an automatic subconscious circuit, you must first bring it into conscious awareness. You will execute a tracking protocol to find out exactly where your adult self is being hijacked by your past. For the next 7 days, carry a small notebook or open a private notes app on your phone. The moment you experience an adult overreaction, such as a surge of panic when someone doesn't text you back, or an intense wave of defensiveness during a minor feedback at work, before even you react, just freeze. Do not judge or fight the emotion. Immediately write down the answers of these 3 diagnostic questions. What is the exact physical sensation in my body right now? How old do I feel in this exact microsecond? And when is the very first time I remember this exact feeling of helplessness as a child? Now that you've audited your trigger point, now moving to step 2, the somatic interception. Because logic fails when your brain is emotionally hijacked, you cannot talk your way out of a nervous system spike. You must use physical mechanics to manually override your amygdala and force the rational prefrontal cortex back online within 30 seconds. That can be done by either doing one or both of these. I personally prefer to do both of them. The first one is called a physiological sigh. Take 2 quick deep inhalations through your nose. The first one is supposed to be a long deep drag, and the second one should be a quick secondary sniff. This completely inflates your lungs, followed by a long, slow exhalation through your mouth. Repeat this exactly 3 times. This chest expansion and extended exhalation mechanism mechanically triggers the vagus nerve. Now, vagus nerve is the longest nerve in your body which connects your brain to all the organs within you. And this nerve forces your heart rate to drop when you are practicing these inhales and exhales. And the second thing you should be doing simultaneously along with your psychological sigh is a somatic anchor. Place one firm hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. Try to do your psychological sigh in this posture. Once this is done, speak a purely objective, non-emotional statement out loud. This helps to ground your brain in reality. You can say something like, I am experiencing a historical survival loop right now. I am physically safe in this room and my adult self is in control. If you don't believe me, pause this video, pause it right now and go give it a try. It will take you less than 30 seconds, but trust me, you will feel like a new, refreshed person. And the third step in the process, this particular one is a really sweet one. When I first tried it, I felt like I was sitting with my young self in a room and interviewing her. And it is called the bilateral dialoguing. Reinventing yourselves requires a deliberate clinical process of reparenting, which means you are providing the validation, boundary, and safety that your younger self lacked. To access the subconscious architecture directly where these wounds live, you will use a dual hemisphere writing technique. Take out a blank piece of paper. Holding the pen in your dominant hand, which represents your adult self, write a calm, open question. What are you feeling completely terrified of right now? Now, switch the pen into your non-dominant hand. This is what taps directly into your emotional memory. Without overthinking or filtering, let this hand write out a raw response. It will often look messy, childish, and blunt, as if it is your childhood self writing it. Maybe it's going to say something like, I am afraid that everyone's going to leave me if I say a no, or along that lines. Now, again switch back to your dominant hand as a stable, protective parent. Now you can write the corrective script. I see your fear and I understand why you feel that way. But I am an adult now. I will enforce boundaries and I will never abandon you. If you're someone who already journals, this new addition to your daily deload is going to be very helpful and also something to look forward to every day. So stop treating your personal transformation as a soft, cosmetic luxury. Stop thinking that buying another self-help book is going to heal a nervous system that has been running on defensive survival code since the past 25 years. True self-love is not an emotional feeling. It is an aggressive, disciplined operational boundary. It is a cold, clinical decision to stop a 7-year-old run your adult life, adult career, adult finances, and adult relationships. Take the protocols that we've mapped out today. Execute the trigger audit, use the somatic interception, and write the bilateral dialogues. Force your brain to build a new road. Now, as you build to execute this deep inner work and dismantle your internal blocks, you are going to encounter the single biggest external point of friction, your daily habits and your environment. Your brain will naturally try to drag you back into your old, familiar, addictive loops, just because change feels inherently dangerous to an unhealed mind. If you want to understand the exact behavioral psychology mechanics required to break free from your brain's hidden traps, overcome severe distractions, and protect your new identity, click on this video right here where I break down my complete phone addiction and focus framework so that you can align your external reality with your inner healing. Stay disciplined, stay clinical, protect your nervous system, and go rewrite your new narrative. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.